So Nick, there's this woman by the name of Cardi B and Megan the Stallion, right? Who are they? What are they? And why are they?
They are very popular female artists, musicians, rappers, and they release music constantly. And it's all their whole like style is this like savage queen, I'm a bad bee kind of like style of music. Is very salacious, sexual, and it's always pushing boundaries, but in the wrong way.
Are they black or white or
They're
Hispanic?
black. Well, Megan is black. Cardi B is barely black. She's half, I believe, Puerto Rican and half Trinidadian.
Those are the women.
Yeah, the one on the left is Cardi B, and she's the one that's half Trinidadian and half Puerto Rican.
In the yellow.
Yeah. And the one on the right is Megan Thee Stallion, and she's black.
She's what?
She's black.
What's her name?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Are they a bunch of sluts?
Pretty much. And, they kind of follow the line, the, like, succession of these black female rappers, like, even back before them, like it was Nicki Minaj and just people like that who really, like, their whole style is this, like, oh, I'm a female, like, boss, but being a boss is, like, being really sexual and just crazy.
This is what happens when these women don't have fathers.
Big time.
It's amazing how when men don't have Christ in their life, they go out of control. And when women don't have men in their life, they go out of control.
Cardi B is a great example of that. A woman who missed a father in her life, and she ended up being a stripper for many years. And Cardi B, she talks about how she openly talked about it. She got a little criticism for it, but she openly talked about how when she was stripping, she would drug men and steal from them. She laughed about it. She's like, yeah, that's what I did to survive. But
when the men got what they deserved, they shouldn't have been up in there.
Big time.
We get what we deserve in life, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
And go ahead.
Well, Cardi B and Megan came out with their latest single. It's hitting the top of the charts, and it's the most like boundary pushing in the worst way possible song yet. It's so like, it's all about. Well, the critics are calling it sexual liberation and female empowerment, but really their songs about. It's a song about stripping and hoeing around. It's
and
like,
what?
And hoeing around. You say whore on the air.
You said it so properly. And hoeing around. Hoeing around. So...
there's so many. I can't even tell you. I don't even want to tell you that.
So do they say there's some whores in the house?
That's the refrain of the song. That's how the song starts and ends. In the background, it's this refrain that repeats, there's some whores in this, and just keeps going, right?
And the critics are calling it female empowerment and sexual liberation. What does that mean? This is enslavement if I've ever seen it.
Big time.
There's no liberation in this.
It's the opposite. And I don't even want to tell you what the song WAP or WAP, I don't even want to tell you what that stands for, and just in case you repeat it by accident.
Why you don't want to tell me?
I'm not going to tell you.
But how am I going to know?
You're just going to say WAP. That's what you're going to say.
But I'm saying something that's not.
That's the title of the song, but it's an acronym which stands for something else.
What does it stand for?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why not?
Because it's vulgar.
Oh.
And you might repeat it by accident. Oh, man. But, yeah, this... And the song, a couple of choice lyrics, because I can't really repeat what they say, but
right.
A couple of choice.
It's that bad?
Yes.
And yet they're playing it on the air?
Oh, yeah. When we went to the dealership to do some stuff, they're playing it on the radio yesterday.
Were they playing the nasty lyrics too?
Yes.
Really?
Yep. And that's just how it is nowadays. And it's crazy how we have a society where it's allowed to exist.
Because men are going out of control. Men are weak.
All the way.
It wouldn't be this way if men were not weak.
All the way. It's like when I talk to men about Cardi B and about this song, it's like they're not even like, they're falling for all this crap, and they're not even like equals. They're like beneath, and they're just like going along with it. They're falling for all these tricks.
That's why they demoralize men so they can do all this stuff. So Apple Music sponsored this interview. There's an interview we're about to talk about.
So this Apple Music interviewed some of the women in the video, and I mean, I'll just let you react to the clip, honestly. But remember, this is female empowerment and liberation.
In this interview?
Right.
So Apple Music sponsored this interview of a black woman in music,
Black women.
black women in music to promote their song.
Mm-hmm.
Here's that soundbite.
I feel like being like sexual and shit, like I don't see nothing wrong with that because, baby, I got 3 kids. And I mean, I got these kids from at the end of the day, me being a hoe, like these people say, like, honestly, I liberate a lot of hoes. That liberate us because it's like, you, self-respect hoes, cause how y'all got self-respect? Like, I don't think y'all got self-respect like that, cause first of all, you supposed to tax these niggas, that's self-respect. You feel me? Like, it make me feel liberated. Like, I love crossing boundaries.
Wow. I weep for her. She's lost. She's in darkness.
Big time.
No fathers, no love. What she meant by she taxed these?
She taxed these N-words. And this is a big...
What does that mean to tax them?
Right. This is a big...
They pay taxes for it?
No. This is an overarching theme in both the song that was recently released and in other songs, and kind of like the general kind of general atmosphere in the female rap game, right? And it's this whole thing where you use your body and you use sex to take money out of these men. Like one of the lyrics in this song is, give me everything you got for my body, basically, in not so many words. And she's talking about men, and she's talking about taking from them their money and their wealth and really, in a sense, their power.
Does she literally say, give me everything you got for my P?
Right.
She said P?
A little more, but yeah, my P.
P and the last letter is Y?
Yes.
Really?
Right, but yes. A little bit more description about her P, but sure.
Is she like, she seemed off though. Is she high or something? She doesn't
Cardi?
seem like, the
Right,
woman
she
that
never-
was talking there
Right.
doesn't seem sound in the mind.
The woman that was just talking, I believe she goes by Sukihana, and we in fact played a clip of her months ago, and she was talking about, she was gloating to a camera saying, I'm going to get an abortion because my man, he ain't anything.
Oh, that was her?
That's her.
So that wasn't Cardi B or the other
The
stallion?
one we just saw was not Cardi B or Stallion. She
Oh.
was someone in their video, in Cardi B's music video.
But she doesn't seem of a sound mind at all. She
At
seems like
all.
she got issues.
Well, go back to the clips we played of her. She's
Yeah.
not all there.
Oh, yeah.
She's crazy. And
And then promoting that
control.
as good.
Apple Music, big time major company, is just putting that out there like it's, oh, look at this female empowerment. We're just gonna promote this like the most natural thing. And it's like the most debased, degenerated stuff I've seen.
And because society, especially millennials and disease, have been degraded and demoralized, they fall for it. Huh? They say, oh, wow, this is so amazing.
I saw this one interview of this pathetic guy going, he's like this. He's literally interviewing her online, and he's like this. And I'm like yelling at the screen. Like,
And just to show you how they have demoralized the men and this kind of stuff can go forward, they had to demoralize the men in order for this to happen. There's a report out, and it shows how out of control the men are. This is from Christmas?
Charisma News.
Charisma News. A national survey of Christian men reveal high rates of pornography use and addiction. So it's saying that a lot of men, Christian men, into pornography, and they are addicted to it, right? Mm-hmm. Plus rampant sexual infidelity among married Christian men. For some reason, though, I'm not surprised by this. It's not like a shocker at all, because I do a lot of counseling, and I've noticed that if not all, nearly all the men I counsel with are addicted to porn.
I don't know anyone in my generation, my age, who does not watch or use porn. It's crazy.
Who does not what?
That
You
does
see
not
kind of
watch or
low
use.
until your mouth don't move.
Just remind me, I'm back. I don't know a single guy my age that doesn't use and abuse porn. It's insane.
Really?
I don't know anybody.
Well, I do believe that because most of the men that I, whether by phone or Skype, they're addicted to porn. Mm-hmm. When I was growing up, let me see, did I see porn? I didn't even see it And then when I moved to California, I used to hear some of my friends talk about it, but it's in a magazine, so you rarely saw it. But now it's on the phone, it's on the internet, it's everywhere.
My generation got traumatized for breakfast. I remember being a kid. I was a kid, and I was always allowed to use the computer. And I'm just a kid, right? Kids just type things, and I'm just like, oh, sex.com. And man, I got like this what you call a tornado. It just kept coming up, and every time you click X, another thing came up, and I'm like, what is happening? So I disconnected the computer, and I'm just left like changed and traumatized forever.
Amazing, man.
It's insane.
These you can read these surveys result for men who identify themselves as born again Christian between 18 and 35. You had that?
Right. Yes. These Christian men, they asked them in the survey, they identify as born again, and they're like 95% admit that they view pornography. 54%.
So what now?
These men between the ages of 18 and 35 that identify as born again, they, in the survey, 95% admit that they view pornography, 54% look at it at least once a month, 31% had a sexual affair while married, and 18% admit to being addicted to pornography, and another 9% think that they might be.
Amazing. Well, that's what happened. And the reason I'm not surprised by it, because when the mothers turn their children against their fathers, you fall into that stuff. You wake up to that. And I'm not surprised. And then now these women, sluts, are promoted like it's just having a drink of water. They have demoralized the men. Now they're taking advantage of them, taking their money and just disrespecting them and everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm not surprised by that at all. That's why you must be born again, guys. You got to return to your fathers so you can have self-control. I never got into this. I used to didn't even understand why men would look at a picture and for some reason they would turn up our picture. I'm like, what the? But I understand now. I didn't understand before, but I do now. It's amazing.
It's crazy.
We got to return the children to the fathers and the fathers to the children. This is what happens when you are turned away from your fathers. Love your fathers. Men and women, because women are into this stuff too. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.